Knowledge is not power. Taking action is the true power, but not just any action. You want to consistently do action over and over again. What's happening, Achievers? Ajay Sidhu here from Invincible Achievers. To master anything or any new skill, we need to focus on actually doing the action. There's no point in just thinking about it. Now, this is a couple of stages that every single person goes through when they're learning something new. The first one is, they say ignorance is bliss. It's not bliss. That's the truth of it. But there's a saying that's called unconscious incompetence, basically unaware. So from that point, you're unaware that something actually exists. Something new, something knowledgeable, something that could change your life exists. You don't even know about it. By going through life experiences, by taking actions, by coming out of the comfort zone, you realize, wow, there is something new that I can learn. I need to learn this. So that's where you start actually learning, start seeing the people that are actually doing it and following them, finding out what they are doing and copying them, modeling them. From that, you become conscious or aware. You are actually aware that something exists. From that point, you start practicing it. That part is very tough. This is the part that what people just say, forget it, it's too tough, I'm not going to do it. It's the point where you gain lots of skills, you think you know a lot, when you start putting in practice, you don't know. It's like seeing somebody driving a car over and over again, and you say, wow, I'd like to drive a car because it seems easy, but then you get behind the wheel and you realize you can't drive, you don't know how to do it, it's really tough to actually coordinate everything. It's exactly the same, but you're aware the skill exists of driving. That's the exact same thing. But by pushing, by practicing, it goes from the conscious to the subconscious. So that is the automatic process. You become automatic. If you know how to drive, that's exactly the same thing. When you start practicing over and over and over again, it becomes automatic. You start relaxing a bit. You start driving with one hand on the wheel. You start to daydream, which you shouldn't, because safety is priority, because your subconscious takes over. And this is where you start getting the growth, the rewards. By getting into this point, by doing things that are automatic, you've already built momentum. And that's another key, momentum. When you build momentum, it builds upon itself. It compounds, compounds, compounds. If we stop doing what we've learned, it's been a waste. The next process after that, so you got the unaware, which is unconscious, then you got the aware, which is conscious, then you got the subconscious, which is automatic. Now, the final point, when you've done it over and over and over again and spent a lot of time, you become a master. That's called mastery. To get to the point where you're a master at something, you need to repeat over and over again. You need to take the course that you took at the beginning to learn, do it again, because now you're in a different position, a different state of mind to actually see what's going on. You get different information. When you first did it, you were unaware, so you were getting all the information, absorbing it, but you're missing out the big chunks that take you to the next step. That's why you need to repeat. Now, repetition is the mother of any key skill. Because when you move from unconscious to conscious to subconscious, every single time you want to relearn something, when you go back and delve deep, read the same book, listen to the same book, do the same course, you realize you're in a different stage. The things that you didn't hear last time because you didn't need it, because it was too advanced, all of a sudden you start hearing and the whole thing becomes completely different. And then you repeat it over and over again. That's the true mastery of anything you want to achieve. That's the true mastery of sports. That's the true mastery of education, business. Anything you want to do, that's the process. But the first part is always going to be the hardest. And that's where you just got to push through. You got to break through your limits. You got to tell yourself that you can do it, because you can do it. If someone else can do it, so can you. That's what you gotta remember. If they're doing it, you can do it. They've just learned different techniques, but it's easier for you because you can just copy them. You've got a mentor now. You got someone that you can model. So it's easier for you to actually achieve something if someone else has achieved it, because you can just follow their steps, find out how they did it, make them the mentor, ask them questions if you can. But if you can't, get their books, get their courses, go through it, and all of a sudden you go from not knowing, ignorance is bliss, to there is something out there, awareness, and how to do it. Oh, well, that's hard, but push through that point, then all of a sudden it becomes automatic, then you become the true master. And that's how mastery is achieved.